We are in Shreveport, Louisiana. This is the only thing I remember about this town when I was in college in Chattanooga, Tennessee Temple. I had a Bible teacher professor from Shreveport. One of my best teachers' name was Wymal Porter. He was much older than me, so I'm sure he's passed on since then, but he was from this town. He talked often of Shreveport. So that's all I know about Shreveport. But we did find a quaint little historical museum that you're going to love. I mean, this museum's in an old building that was built in 1866 as a bank. And they put some old pictures and artifacts of the city of Shreveport and turned it into a museum. We got there and nobody was there. The people that run it, nobody was there. The whole time we're in this building, Chris and I are the only two people in the building. You'll love it if you ever get to Shreveport. Spring Street Museum. Outside shot of this museum. We are in the Spring Street Museum. This is just a small, out-of-the-way place here in Shreveport. This building was originally a bank building, constructed in 1866. So I'm going to take a tour of this. I love these little out-of-the-way places. Look at this. First thing I need to show you, though, is something I just learned here. And believe it or not, my minor was history in college. I never heard of this. This is the Great Raft. For hundreds of years before the arrival of Europeans, the environment of the Red River was affected by a natural phenomenon unique among all the great rivers in North America. A series of log jams clogged the river for more than 300 miles. It stretched from Natchitoches, I'm wondering how many are correcting my word there, to just south of the Arkansas state line. Lakes formed behind the log jams, causing the river channel to cut chutes around the obstruction, and the process would begin once again. The raft went unchecked for over 1,000 years. Get that? For over 1,000 years, until one man was sent to remove it. His name was Captain Henry Miller Shreve. Hence, Shreveport. Look at this. Look at this is a picture of all the logs that are just accumulated and backed up the river. We're talking 1,000 years. So when he was faced with this task, can you imagine just the idea of what he had to do to clear it out? But this basically is a museum of the town of Shreveport. Now, during the Civil War, they built submarines in this city. Now, I'm going to show you, this is a scale model of a submarine over here. This is what it looked like. And then I basically want to, if I can, I want to get that down in there where you can actually read it too. This is a Confederate submarine. During the Civil War, 5 experimental submarines were built at Shreveport's Confederate Naval Yard on Cross Bayou. The submarines were never used in battle and are rumored to have been scuttled by the Confederates to avoid being captured by Union forces. Pull over here and let you see this, more Civil War stuff. Red River Campaign artifacts. Look at these. I love Civil War stuff. We live right next to Chickamauga Battlefield in Chattanooga. So the Civil War is always, front and center in our consciousness around Chattanooga. Civil War map of Shreveport. I can't pull that in. I guess I'll just read it what it says. I'm back. Can I read it here maybe? No. I'll just read it and then you listen. Civil War map of Shreveport, 1864 map of Shreveport, and its defenses surveyed and drawn under the direction of Captain Venable, Chief of Topographical Bureau of Western Louisiana and Arkansas. All right, that's the map of Civil War. I guess that's not pulling up enough to see it. All right, now this was built, this museum is built out of a bank that was constructed. This is the oldest building in Shreveport. So this is the vault to the bank. 1866 when this was constructed. I wonder if there's a little placard on the wall where I can see that. But anyway, this is the door. Let's see if we can re-pull that in. All right, this is the door to the vault. We'll step into the vault. Look at how thick this wall is. I'm gonna back away a minute. Look at how thick that wall is going into the vault. Remember 1866. There's the name of the Ed and Ben Jacobs Banking. All right, check this press out. See if I can get close enough to it where you can actually see what it is. I got my fingers in the way. I can't read it through the camera. But it looks to be like a Confederate bill, but I'm not sure. Well, no, I'm not sure about that one. All right, let's get out here and see what else we can see. Steamboats. By the fall of 1836, cotton, hides, and furs were being hauled to the riverbank in such large quantities that steamboats were started to make weekly trips to New Orleans. The 10 years preceding the Civil War saw steamboat trade in Shreveport reach its height. Boats of all classes and sizes made the dangerous but profitable trip upriver from New Orleans. Over 700 steamboats were known to have traveled the Red River during the 19th century. As many as 20 per day would make stops in Shreveport. Let's get some pictures of some of these steamboats. That's not a... Look at those suckers. Huge. Huge. Chris, what are you looking at over there?
The statue of this woman with this headless baby.
Headless baby. What's the story on it? Why is the baby headless?
Well, I don't know. I guess it didn't have a head.
Isn't there a placard here? Tell us what it is. Where's the headless baby? Oh, it's just knocked off, I guess. So what part of time is this?
That was in the 1700s.
1700s?
They came from France to New Orleans, and then from New Orleans they moved to Shreveport.
You know, we're in here all by ourselves. The person that runs this, I don't know, they're probably on a coffee break. Hey, here we go. Shreveport's first religious service was led by Bishop Leonardus K. Polk, 1839. Met with mixed enthusiasm. That's always true of a religious event, isn't it? Certain commercial elements afraid that religion, its emphasis on law and order, might interfere, stirred up opposition. Boy, isn't that's so true.
There's some opera glasses.
Wow.
How cute.
All right, what do we have here? Handwritten record of Constantine and Susan Andreola's 3 children lost to yellow fever. Oh, that's right. They had like 25% of the population die of yellow fever. Yeah, they were hit hard in this area with yellow fever. 1873, that struck Shreveport, wasn't the city's first. Over 1,200 citizens died that summer, as many as 20 or more in a single day. The third worst in American history for a town the size of Shreveport. In a matter of months, Shreveport lost over 25% of its population. Good grief, 1873. In an upstairs room in the museum, it's a lady with a harp. Look at this old furniture. I guess they would almost call this the music room. Harp over there and the organ, piano. I guess organ or piano right there. Look at some of this old china. Let's get off the side here a little bit and get a better picture.